Well, I can tell you where I think things are going to go. In the future, there will be no phones.
You think that the glasses will replace the smartphone.
I think what tends to happen is that the last generation of computing doesn't go away. So what I think is going to happen is that glasses are going to become the primary mobile device.
We're entering this post-app world, right? In the future, there will be no more apps.
Four of the biggest companies on the planet are quietly building a device to replace this. OpenAI, Meta, Google, Apple, and a lot more. And they are not building a better phone. They are building the thing that comes after the phone. So I went through every leak, every supply chain report, every keynote to answer one question honestly. Is the smartphone actually about to die? And the answer to this is really interesting. A very big change is coming your way. Let's start with the company making the most noise, and that's OpenAI. In 2025, OpenAI spent $6.5 billion buying a hardware startup called IO. And IO was founded by Jony Ive, the designer behind the original iPhone and also this Ferrari. Think about it. The man who designed the iPhone is now being paid by OpenAI to design the thing that comes after it. That's not a small bet. But here is where things start to get interesting and a lot of people are not covering it. OpenAI doesn't seem to have just one device. They seem to have two. The first is a screen-free, pocketable AI companion, which is codenamed Sweet Pea, something you talk to rather than look at. Sam Altman has described it to be calm as compared to a phone, and that's expected to be revealed at the end of this year. Now the second device is really big and has made the smartphone market question. The famous supply chain analyst Ming-Chi Kuo says OpenAI is fast-tracking an AI agent phone, and they are targeting mass production as early as the first half of 2027. The idea is instead of apps, AI agents do the task for you. Sounds fascinating, but here is where I got confused. OpenAI's hardware story has changed 3 or 4 times till now. First it was a earbud, then it was a speaker, then it was a pendant you might wear, and now it's a phone or a killer of the phone. And if you remember Humane, the AI pin, that was also sold as the device that kills your phone. It was one of the biggest tech flops in years. All that said, OpenAI's agentic phone approach is still very promising, and I'll explain why in the video later. Now, if OpenAI is hype, Meta is reality. Because Meta is the only company on the list with a product you can walk to a store today and buy right now. It's called the Ray-Ban display, and you might have seen this quite a lot. It is priced at around $800.
These are glasses with the classic style that you'd expect from Ray-Ban, but they're the first AI glasses with a high-resolution display.
And it has a small color display built into the right lens. You get notifications, turn-on navigations, live translation captions, a camera viewfinder, all of it floating in the corner of your specs. And it also comes with a wristband called Neural Band that reads tiny muscle signals in your wrist. So you control it with subtle finger movements. No screen to tap, no phone in your hand. And it is working for them. Meta holds something like 3/4 of the entire smart glasses market. But the important thing to know is, these glasses are not replacing your smartphone right now. They still need your phone connected to work properly. So this is not a fully finished product, but this is the first real step towards the next revolution. As per reports, it has the highest chance to change the way smartphones are built. Now Google is also joining the party, but their move is quite different and honestly quite sneaky. Google isn't really trying to build the glasses. Google is building the operating system the glasses run on, and it is called Android XR. It's the exact same playbooks as Android on phones. Google makes the software, other companies like Samsung, OnePlus makes the actual hardware.
The world's leading electronics company, Samsung, is building innovative new devices and experiences that set the bar for the whole industry.
And the same thing is happening here, where these companies would build the hardware and Google will provide the operating system. And this whole thing is powered by Google's AI, Gemini. At Google's I/O event in May, they previewed their first Android XR glasses. They're coming with an audio-only pair first and a version with a display that is lined up for this autumn. But the most important thing to note over here is Google basically invented this category with Google Glasses. It came out over a decade ago and it was a flop, a hard flop. People literally got mocked for wearing it. So Google's entire bet is that this time the AI is good enough to make the idea work. And looking at AI's progress, I'm actually confident. And finally joining this party is Apple. normally the company that defines these movements with their new tech. If you remember, Apple already tried the big swing with the Vision Pro headset, and we all know how did that go. It was too expensive, too bulky, and nobody wanted to walk around like this. So now Apple is reportedly pivoting to lightweight glasses instead. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple plans to show the smart glasses around late 2026. But they won't actually go on sale until 2027. Classic Apple. It will have cameras, speakers, microphones, and Siri. But there won't be any display for the first version. You see, Apple's whole pitch throughout the years has been, we'll do it later, but better. Premium build, perfect iPhone integration, the way Apple has done it till now. And it has actually worked. But this one will only work if Siri is good enough. And Siri has been Apple's weakest spot for years. So for once, this time, Apple is not actually leading the race, they are reacting to it. Now comes the most important question. Why is every major tech company suddenly building a device that isn't a phone? Well, there are 4 reasons. Number 1. AI agents breaks the app model. If an AI can just do the task, you don't need a screen full of apps to tap through. The grid of icons starts to look old. Number 2. AI wants eyes and ears, not the screen. If you think about it, the natural way to use an AI is to talk to it and to let it see what you see. A rectangular glass like a phone is the wrong shape for that. And again, if you think about it, glasses are the right shape. Number 3. Whoever owns the device owns you. I mean, not literally you, but yeah, you know what I mean. Right now, OpenAI is just a guest on Apple and Google's phones. Their own hardware means their own direct line to you and all your data. And there is no one in the middle. Number 4, and according to me, the most important one, the phone market is stopped growing. Over the recent years, phones have got boring and upgrades have got smaller. If you look back, every phone in the last 5 to 8 years look very similar because smartphones are reaching a saturation point. So these companies need the next big thing, and the price is huge. The smartphone alone replaced the iPod, the camera, the GPS, and a lot other apps. Now they all want to be the one who replaced the smartphone. Can this be called karma? I don't know. So here is what I think. The smartphone won't disappear, at least in the near future, but it's definitely going to change. Within a couple of years, it's not going to be smartphone or smart glasses. It is going to be smartphones and smart glasses. The phone will go quiet. It will just sit in your pocket as a hub. And the glasses will become the thing that you actually use. The screen doesn't die. It just moves from your hand to your face. And that opens up some interesting questions. We might actually see phones getting smaller. And also, we could all see a whole new aspect ratio for content. One built to be consumed on your glasses, not in your hand. But that's my take. Let me know what do you think in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, peace.